What's up, everybody? Real with Omar. You know me, the host, Louis Omar, owner of HGR and Capital, over $500 million funded, owner of Hudson Group Real Estate, tens of millions of dollars brokered in New York City. And today's special guest, one of the top agents at Keller Williams, a friend of mine, Femi Adebanjo. Adebanjo.
You were close. You were close.
My man, thanks for coming on. But hold on.
Yes, sir.
If we're cool, and this is Femi's quote, if we're cool, we're cool. If we're not, that's cool too. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. We're good either way. Keep that shit. Keep that fake shit over there. We're
Femi
good.
came with the Turks and Caicos energy. I'm just trying to go with it right now.
That's what we got to do, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right, Femi, real estate.
Yes, sir.
I know a little bit of the story, but I want you to say the story on my show.
Mm-hmm.
You decided to do real estate. How old were you?
28.
28. And you had a job,
Mm-hmm.
right? You closed on your house, and what happens the next day?
The following week,
I
get laid off from work.
Laid off from work.
Exactly.
We
a
already
week
have
later.
our real estate agent license?
Yeah, I had just gotten it.
I was like 28, married.
Yeah.
Kids?
2 kids.
2 kids already.
Yeah. My son is a month and a half.
Yeah.
He's not even 2 months old yet.
The pressure to perform is real. So talk to me. How does that mold you? How does that start? Do your family have houses and stuff? Does your
My dad did.
Okay.
But besides my dad, nobody else.
Okay.
But because I've been on my own since I was 28, for me, I'm wired a little bit differently.
Okay.
Like you said, pressure bust pipes. But at the end of the day, I can't fold now because my family's looking at me
That's not an option, bro.
how are we going to figure this shit out?
That's not an option. Yeah,
So
yeah.
one way or another, we have to figure it out.
By hook or by crook.
Hook or crook. You remember I said that to you when I texted you?
Yeah, I'll be there by hook or crook.
Hook or crook. One way or another, I was going to be here. But stuff like that, you can't let it break, whatever your strive is. The goal was to get into the business to find a house for myself. Okay, I did
So
that.
that was the original thing. I just
That
want to
was
get my
the original.
license so I can find my house and not pay a real estate broker.
Yeah, I wanted
Okay.
to feel like I had the inside track.
I got you.
Get my first spot.
Got you.
3 months after being licensed, I closed on the house.
Look at
and
you.
exactly a week later, I get laid off from work.
What was the job?
I was doing medical billing at a
Okay.
company called Data Line. They were in Farmingdale.
Okay.
Yeah, right by the movie theater. If anybody's familiar with Farmingdale.
So you were at what realtor?
A mom and pop, this place named Excelsior in the Elmont.
Okay.
They're no longer around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. All right, so now this is what I gotta do. What's your first inclination? You're like, yo, marketing. Like these are all terms, and I wanna share this with you, and I want you to open it up with me because
Let's get into it.
a lot of shit, like when we started doing shit, there was no social media.
There was nothing, bro.
Yeah.
No Facebook, no nothing.
Yeah,
We had nothing.
You had to figure out how to get people to know what you do and feel that they were you were trustworthy as
That's
well
a
as
fact.
professional.
That's a fact.
That's when the suit and tie was heavy.
Yes.
Because that's the only way you introduced yourself, right?
Yeah.
So
We didn't know any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, when I first started as a loan officer, I had a liquor store. And on the
okay.
weekends, everybody wants me on the weekends. So
Right.
I would meet people in a suit on the weekend because they expected a banker to
Oh,
wear
okay.
a suit.
Right.
So I'm taking applications, whatever.
Right.
Then I go to my liquor store, change to my work clothes, and I'm moving
Clark Kent. And you
50
moving it?
and I'm moving 50 boxes.
Wow.
And I'm working till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So I get it.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was your first thought? You're like, all right, man. So what am I doing here? What are we doing? Did you go to church? Did you because everybody uses different marketing methods. What was your first marketing method?
I mean, I went to church too, but
No, what I'm saying is you have a congregation of people. They know who you are. They
no,
support you.
back then, bro, I didn't know any. We all know people, but again, in the beginning, a lot of the people that know you, as much as you're telling them that you're in the business, this is what you do, it takes a while before that builds up, before you get any traction from that.
Correct.
So again, my first year in the business, I didn't do any deals.
Okay.
Other than me buying a house and my broker taking half my commission.
Right.
I didn't do any business. I had no clue what I was doing. So you're out there trying to figure it out.
Yes.
First piece of marketing that I did was probably my second year in the business. I started doing real estate book.
Okay.
So
that's a
the
book,
publication.
That's
The
a
book.
That's a book that used to get delivered to your
Yes.
office, and you would call.
And you would call.
Yeah.
100%.
With a phone.
Yes, with an actual phone.
Not a cell phone.
Right.
A phone with a wire and
with a wire,
and
the
a rotary.
rotary.
And a rotary.
With rotary, right. You guys
I
don't
didn't
even know what a
even
rotary
say
is. Right. So we're showing our age right now. But in the beginning, you're trying to figure it out. Again, this is 23 years ago.
Yeah.
So no marketing, no social media, no nothing. So at that point, it's lace up your boots and hit the ground running.
Right.
You're knocking on doors. You're trying to let as many people as you know that you're in the business, know what you do, and if there's any way that you can help them out, you're here to do it.
Yeah.
As much as, again, I did all that in the first year, it didn't amount to anything because I didn't do any business. So again, I'm trying to figure it out, and there was nothing coming from that office. There was no training. There was no mentorship. There was nothing.
There's no value add. Okay.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro.
You just park your license there.
Yeah. I parked the license there, and I'm running around with the broker trying to see, how he can help me, how he can add value to what I'm doing.
Right.
He was pretty much set in his ways. He was an older dude, so he was doing whatever he was doing to keep the lights on,
right.
Doing this business. But he might have given me maybe like 1 or 2 people in that almost 9 months that I was in that office. I didn't close neither one of them.
Right.
I didn't know if neither one of them was even qualified for a mortgage, to be honest with you.
So you even know the process.
Bro, I had no idea. There was one lady that I was driving around, bro, every single weekend. I would pick up. She would come to the office every Saturday, and I showed her a bunch of houses. People probably thought we were dating. Every Saturday, this is what I did. I'm just showing her houses. I didn't know how to ask for feedback. I didn't even know, again, what she was qualified for, if she was even qualified to buy a house.
If you'd be looking at these houses.
Yeah, I had no idea, bro. So after that first year in the business, I'm saying to myself, there's a lot of people in this business that are making money, that are doing deals.
I
have to try to find a way to get around them and position myself with those people.
Right.
Sitting here, it's not going to happen because
I'm getting older. That's it.
I'm getting
The only thing that's happening in this office, I'm getting older.
I'm getting older, right? Bank account keeps shrinking. I have no money. I got no savings, no pipeline. I got nothing going on.
Yeah.
So after that first year, I switch. I go to another office. I went to Remax at the time.
Okay.
Who just got bought out by Real. I'm sure you heard.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. I go to that office, and again, I'm trying to figure it out. And there was another gentleman there that he was doing some decent business, and I think he saw something in me that maybe reminded him of himself.
Right.
So he's saying to me, you know what? Let me take you under my wing, and I'll give you leads, and we'll work out I think a 70-30 split.
Commission split, right.
Yeah.
Just to get you working on something.
To get me working on something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So I ran with that for a while.
Was he the broker or just a top agent?
He was top agent.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a broker, but he was top dog there. So I started running with him, and started getting my feet wet, started doing some deals. Because I had an idea of how to put stuff together, because I used to buy cars, fix them up and sell them.
Okay.
Before I started doing real estate.
So you were an entrepreneur before.
I've always been an entrepreneur, bro.
Trying to make money.
Yeah, kind of hand in hand with everything. We're trying to figure it out. Started doing some deals, and the biggest thing that I learned from him was how not to do business.
Really?
To be honest with you.
You haven't said his name, which is fine. Don't say his name.
Yeah.
Please give me an example of the things that he didn't do right. Or right for you, anyway.
For me, I got jerked on a deal. I got jerked on a couple deals.
Okay.
So we have an agreement in place, and you're saying, this is what I'm going to give you on every deal. Okay, cool. The stuff that we do together. Every single deal that closes in the office, you would always keep the files there, and you would always keep the HUDs in there. This particular deal, this is what we're going to work out. This is what we're going to do. He ends up double-ending the deal. I don't remember what we talked about, but what he promised that I was going to get, I didn't get. So then I get to the office, and then I'm looking for the file just to kind of see what actually happened.
Yeah.
This particular one I can't find. I'm like, okay. And then some of the people that we were working with,
Like other agents, you mean?
No, not other agents. Some of the clients that we were working with, they would always say that, Femi, we like you, but this guy that you're working with, he's not really it. The way that, like his morals and his values and his integrity.
Oh, so his reputation was preceding him.
It was preceding him,
and you're
100%.
like, what are you talking about?
And I just got with this guy.
Yeah, because you knew, right?
Yeah.
You just walking in.
Yeah, you're walking in, you're green, bro. You have no idea what's going on. So you start to look at that and you're watching, and then it's like, you know what? For me, this can only go on but for so long, because again, if you jerk me on this deal, on this second deal,
I see a pattern.
It's not going to change.
I'm with you.
So for me, at this point, I need to start to figure out a way to pivot. But again, for me at that point, the goal was I had started working at I was working at Cablevision at the time. So,
you got a job also.
I ended up getting another job.
Okay.
I was unemployed for maybe 6 or 7 months. End up getting the job at Cablevision. I'm working an overnight shift. I'm doing midnight to 8:30.
Damn.
And then I would get home at about 9:30, My son wasn't even a year old at the time. So try to get some sleep with him. Get up at 2 o'clock to be at the bus stop to pick up my daughter. From 2:30 till 5:30, I'm home with the kids. The second my wife gets home, I'm out the door to go do real estate. So I'm doing real estate from 6 to 8. Try to get home at 8:30 to eat, shower, go to sleep.
And go to work.
So I could be at work at midnight.
Yeah.
Try to see if I can get, 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
That's called the Iron Man schedule, guys. The Iron Man schedule.
Iron Man schedule, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I did for almost 3 years. But initially, after buying my first house, second year, every single year we set goals for ourselves.
Right.
So I'm saying to myself, if I can make the same salary that I'm working at Cablevision part-time, then
What if I do it full time?
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
What if I had all this other time to myself where I can blow this thing up?
Yeah, I could really focus.
Yeah. So
And maybe sleep a little bit.
and maybe get some sleep, right? Yeah, this is why I have no hair, just like you. But at that point, you're still going through it and you're still trying to figure things out. I think for us, we try to find the good in people.
Yeah.
And
always.
sometimes the writing's on the wall, but you're trying to still ignore it.
Benefit of doubt, try to give them something. Yeah.
Every single time. So, I did my time there. I was there for maybe like 2 years. And at that point, I said it was time for me to part ways with him and go to a new company. But once I said that to him, because I was doing so much business at the time, he was trying to figure out, how can
All right, so you started doing your own business at the time.
I was with him. I came in, I was doing my own thing for a couple of months. He kept trying to bait me, and he's
Right.
like,
Recruit you,
come with
yeah.
me. Yeah, you don't need to worry about this. You don't need to worry about that. So started working with him for almost 2 years, and
then, so at least you learned some stuff.
I learned some
right?
stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But a lot of it, again, bad. So with everybody that
I
we
learned
meet,
the
bro,
bad shit.
there's always a lesson.
Right.
Whether it's good or
Absolutely.
bad, there's a lesson with every single person that
If
you
you
meet.
pay attention,
You got to
absolutely.
pay attention.
Correct.
And see the signs. So I did that, and after doing that, after working with him for that period of time, I shifted focus, went to Prudential. I went to Douglas Elliman,
Okay.
which is again very corporate, suit and tie type.
Very
of shit.
different. Very different. Right.
Yeah.
So you're culture shifting.
Yeah.
Right. Every office is a different culture.
Yeah,
Right.
every single office,
So
100%.
you got to adapt. You're like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just gotta roll. You gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
So at that point, when I decided that I was gonna shift, go to another office, sat down with a few of the managers, and
At Element or at the old existing place?
when I was going to Elliman,
Okay.
it was Elliman. It was like a few other places that I sat down with.
Okay.
So I said to them, "Listen, for me to come into the office, because I know you guys need me here a certain amount of time, I got to bring my kids with me because
Childcare is expensive.
childcare is
Yeah,
expensive, and I didn't want anybody watching my kids.
And my wife works. Yeah. I
And
got
my
you.
wife works.
I got you.
So they got it, and I ended up parking my license there, and again just another upward spiral, and started doing more business, started getting more comfortable, and just kind of took off from there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was there 7 years
At Element.
at Elliman.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 year we had I think 80 agents, and I ended up finishing number 2
Nice.
in production.
Nice.
Behind the office, the assistant manager. So everybody said, technically, you were number 1 that year.
Yeah.
Because even though he's the manager, but he was still doing business.
Yeah. He
So-
gets fed probably.
And
Yeah.
he's the owner's nephew.
Of course. So he
So
gets
we know the
fed.
deal.
He gets fed. We'll
Yeah,
say that.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
All right. So you top dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's just what I did, bro. It's for us. It's
So
about
everywhere,
figuring that out.
everywhere you go, you figure out the lay of the land,
Yes.
and then you step to it,
Yeah.
right? When you first started, and when you have young agents come up to you and they're like, "Oh, Femi, how do I do it?" Well, great. Well, forget that question. Scrap that. Let's go to this question. Your son works with you.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come to be? Because that's always interesting.
It is interesting. I always want to give him his props. Shout out to my son, JR 2.0. Everybody
Shout
calls
out to
him.
JR.
He actually, I didn't know he was getting his license.
Oh, that's
I didn't
really
know.
interesting. Okay.
He took the test, and when he passed it is when I found out. So my wife is saying to him, "You sure you want to work with your dad?" I'm like, "Really? This is what you really want to tell him?" Because she knows I'm very what's the word that I can use?
Militant.
Yeah,
but
in
you
a
know,
sense.
you about your business.
This is how we came up, right?
But you about your business, man.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, look, and no shout out to you, JR. No shout out you, JR. No shout out you. But like I think I talked to you on your podcast. We came up in very different environments, right? And it's on purpose, right? Like JR came up a lot better than you did because
100%.
you struggled for that.
Right.
Because we had to fight off the fucking animals on the
Every
street.
single time.
There you go.
Every single time.
Yeah. So it's not that. It's just that. That's who it creates. That's who you become.
Yeah.
That's who you become, and that's what it is.
Product of your environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that. So I'm born in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And
What part?
I was born in Flatbush.
Okay. My wife's in Flatbush.
Yeah. So I lived in Flatbush. I lived in Coney Island. I lived in Bed-Stuy.
Oh.
Lived in East New York.
Give me context of years.
So Flatbush was
Just give me the decades. Are we in the 80s?
80s. 80s.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah.
So if you live in the Bronx or Brooklyn, in those areas of Brooklyn in the 80s, then you had to be about it because now you get killed. Yeah.
I got kicked out of junior high school for fighting. Ended up in another junior high school. Go to high school. I go to Lafayette for 3 years. I get kicked out for fighting. End up in Tilden my senior year, and I met my wife my senior year at the.
And she calmed you
Tilden.
down.
She calmed me down a little bit. A little bit. I was still fighting, but again, bro, this is what the product of your environment.
That's what man. When you around that, I was talking to my previous guest, Antoine. I was telling him like when I was young, my mother moved from. I was on 196 in Jerome, which is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And they took, and she married, or she got with her boyfriend, or her, whatever.
Right.
And they moved to Pelham Bay, and Pelham Bay was like Riverdale.
Oh, it was night and day.
Yeah. So I told Antoine, and I want to say it to you, like I still went to school here because it was a high school and not a junior high school. I was in 9th grade. It was weird.
And the zoning too back then.
Yeah, I would take the bus on the weekends back to the hood to hang out with my friends.
Oh, okay.
And my mom told me one time, she's like, "You're gonna thank me one day, not today." One day you're gonna say she said this. She said, "You're gonna bring a girl. You want to show her where you live,
right?
And you're gonna be proud." She's like, "This ain't nothing to be proud of." And she was like, "Those aren't your friends." Right. And I had to learn the hard way.
But we don't know.
Yeah,
we didn't know, bro.
no, because that's all we knew. We grew up, this is it. And going back now, let's spin that into closed mindsets, right?
Right.
I had to be exposed, and at that age, I was resistant to growth because I'm like, this is what it is. I go to public school. My friends sell drugs, and then you come over here, and then I go to NYU.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
my daughter wanted to go to NYU.
Yeah, then
she saw that tuition bill.
Then I was like, wait a minute, people make this type of money? Like I met students flying in from Cali, from London, from everywhere.
Nice.
And I'm like, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the corner, right? And they're like, my father
from the bottom, like for real.
They're like, my father's the CEO of this, or he's a movie producer. Like
nice.
Vanessa from the Cosby Show. I always drop her name. I met her and she was in class with me. I'm like, I'm just looking around. I'm
That's
like,
crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, this is life. Like, so that triggered me. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't gotta be over there. Like, we could do other shit. And then, of course, taking the train.
If I want to pop in every now and then, I'll pop in. But then it gets to a point where I'm gonna stop popping in.
And so I'm taking the train every day because we couldn't afford housing. That shit was on the menu.
Right.
And every time I would leave the Bronx, which wasn't that bad part, but you go to Greenwich Village, and then you're over there, and if you start traveling to Soho, you start walking.
I don't want to go back over there.
Yeah, you're like, this is different, bro. So I had to experience it, man. It was nobody could tell me, this is the way it could be. Yeah. I had to go get like immersed and look around and be like, and it can be like, I'm there. It wasn't like nobody was flexing,
right?
But they driving in the BMWs and like, I'm like, what?
But that was everyday life for them, bro.
Yes.
So for them, it's not a flex.
Yes.
This is just what we do.
You want to go over here to eat? I'm like, I don't got much. Oh, don't worry about that. Like, I'm like, okay. And then so you start learning, but you still like, and I'm gonna bring this into like the world of real estate, right? So I remember when I was early as a loan officer, we can only imagine what we know to be true, right? So I was young, I was in my 20s, and so like refis. If refis were short on money, you figured that deal, right? There's no money,
right?
Because I'm in a room full of young kids that don't got no money.
No money.
So we're not thinking like that.
It's true.
So Bobby Garcia, shout out to R.I.P. Bobby Garcia.
R.I.P. Bobby.
All my clients changed my life. I remember one time I'm refinancing a house that he has an investment property for his daughter. Mm-hmm. It was an adjustable rate. It was crazy. It was a fucked up loan.
Right.
So I couldn't get it to the LTV, loan to value, to where it had to be. So we're short $8,000. So I'm like, damn, shit's dead, man. Like I'm thinking, I'm defeated, right?
It's a wrap, yeah.
So I called Bobby. I said, Bobby, man, listen. Bobby, P.S. Bobby was a big time developer. I didn't know this. Like,
Okay.
I didn't know. So again, going to knowing what we know, right? So I met Bobby through a friend. I did a loan for somebody. Like I met through. So I didn't really have a sit down with Bobby, and everything back then was stated. So I didn't have to look at bank statements. So I didn't know who I was talking to.
Right.
So I remember he said it to me and changed my life. He goes, Omar, listen, if I gotta throw a couple of nickels at it to close this deal, let me know.
It's nothing.
I was like, yo, Bobby, I think we need 16. I just threw it out there just
to see what he was gonna say, right?
So we're certified? I was like,
oh, let me say your wife.
Forget wires. That was way back.
Yeah, back.
But I'm like, oh shit. So this is another part as I develop in my game. I'm like, yo, there's people with money. Like I know people with money. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Because I'm used to being like struggling.
Well, we're around, of course.
Yeah,
we're around.
we used to struggling. So do you have a story like that where you had a deal and you're like, this might be out your budget, and the client kind of surprises you?
Yeah, I would say the Alfonso family.
All right, just throw the name out there. It's okay.
Yeah, they were living in Rosedale, and that guy that I was working with.
Oh, okay. So it was way back in your early career. Yeah.
This might have been like 03. No, yeah, maybe 2003, 2004.
Okay.
He was selling their house, and then they wanted to buy something else. So he didn't want to work with them to help them find a house.
It was beneath him.
Yeah.
Beneath him. Yeah.
Femi, you go help
Take
him.
care of that. Yeah.
All right, cool. They said their budget was, and I learned something from this too, $450.
Okay.
Showing them houses in the $450 range. Again, I'm second going into third year.
Yeah,
I still don't know.
You just driving.
I'm driving, bro. I'm trying to figure shit out.
No, you just driving people around.
I'm driving them around.
Like that one?
Doing nothing. Right. Driving Miss Daisy. Shout out to Morgan Freeman. I said, I don't know what triggered this to me, but I said, you know what? Let me show them something between the 450 and 500 because
a little out the range.
Yeah. When you work with people, you start getting an idea of their dynamic and how they move, their aura and their demeanor. Mm-hmm. So they say one thing to you, showing them something that's out of their budget or based on what they're telling you, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. You're either going to say yes or no to it. Mm-hmm. You're not going to fight me on it.
Right.
Even if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let me show you everything that's in your budget.
Well, you'll expose some truths. Right?
I expose some truths. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what you do.
They ended up buying the house for $485.
Okay.
They said we don't want to see anything above $450. And again, this is my second going into my third year.
Yeah.
So I learned something that day too, that always show people what they ask for. Mm-hmm. Always show them what's in their budget. And always have something else in there, like an ace in your pocket, something in the back pocket. That may be a little stretch.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get a feel for what you're going to say. Again, it's either yes or no.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, I was also thinking back to when I bought my first house. Because, again, I'm in business. And I said to my wife, I'm not spending more than $200,000 for a house. This is 23 years ago. Looking at everything in that price range, didn't like any of them. We ended up buying a house for $250,000.
Okay, a little bit over.
A little bit over.
Yeah.
But again, what happens is, it's an emotional thing. Mm-hmm. When you see something that makes sense for what you're looking to do, however, you need to figure out a way to make it happen within reason. You are going to do it. So I learned something again. That second going into my third year. You're thinking that everybody's capped at this number, or this is what they're saying to you. Again, me showing you something out of the norm from what you're telling me. Yeah, you're not gonna fight me on it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's get back to what you said you wanted to do.
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah. It'll never hurt. So then I started to do that a bunch of times, and I noticed every single time that I did it, patterns. Yeah. People didn't fight me on it, and most of the time they ended up buying a more expensive house. I've always showed them what they asked for. Yeah. But let me show you something else, just to kind of get this, to get your thought and your feel on it.
Yeah, get people feedback.
And people will never, for the most part, they'll never fight you on it, and people will start to appreciate you more because they see that, this is what I said that I wanted to do, but from what you're showing me, you're actually opening up my horizons. As far as area, as far as price, as far as location, you're showing me a bunch of different things that I never even thought was even possible.
Because you don't know what you don't know.
Right? We don't know what we don't know.
And the big thing is, you're the pro.
Right.
Even I'll reflect that back on me. When we bought the house where we live now, I'm not going to say where because people pull up my house.
Right. We know y'all watching.
I was looking. I was looking at 7. 7 was my number. This is 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Then COVID, right? The rates go down, so I recalibrate my number. I'm like, oh shit. So there was a house for 9. So I was like, let's look at that house. I go to the house. I love the house. All the 7s were like, yo, you got to come in. You got to fix the kitchen.
Fix this and fix that.
Yeah. The 9 was like, move in. You got to paint. But you could live here.
You could live here.
Right. I ended up buying something for 9. But again, and I was my own agent. I just told wifey, I was like, let's look at that one. I kind of like the inside got my attention. It didn't have curbside appeal, but the inside got my attention. Yeah.
It was potential. You were buying potential.
Yes.
And you saw the potential.
Yes. So you never know. Like
you never know.
You have
100%.
You have to expose yourself to everything.
100%.
Now, question for you is, what do you look for? And this is you could be as specific or as vague as you want. In your experience, we've worked on a deal or two. I as the lender, you as a realtor.
Right.
What do you look for in a lending partner? What is good? Because everybody has different answers, right?
Most important thing to me is to be a man of your word or a person of your word.
Okay.
If you tell me you're going to get back to me in 3 weeks, I expect you to get back to me in 3 weeks.
Damn, 3 weeks?
I'm just saying. Whatever the time might be.
Whatever.
A day or two before, or even that day.
Hold on to right.
Hold on to that.
Yeah.
Even if shit is going left, whatever it may be, something is happening.
Just let me know. Yeah.
Communication, bro, is all I'm asking for. If I can't get that from you, you don't have to worry about me again, respectfully. Because at the end of the day, what a lot of these guys don't realize is...
You got to give me your worst story, though. So
you're always... I've been around long enough that I know a lot of those guys. I know the ones that are doing business. I know the ones that are true to their word. I know the ones that are full of shit.
Yeah.
And again, when your name comes across my desk again, of course, I got to look at it with question marks. Because, again, I'm trying to do what's best for my client. And working with you for my first experience probably may not be what's best for my client. Because I gotta keep it 100 with my clients. Because they're always going to ask my opinion.
Yeah.
If an offer comes in and you're the one
you're attached to it.
You're attached to it.
Yeah.
I got to tell you what really happened. So for me, this is what a lot of people like and most hate about me. If I have a good experience with you, I'm always going to gloat about it. If I don't, I'm very loud about that. Because for me, it's always about honesty.
Yeah.
And that's what you're always going to get from me, which is why people love dealing with me, because they can always tell you that Femi, he's very no nonsense.
Right.
That's just how I am.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
bro.
my name is attached to it. If my name is attached to it, I don't want my name attached to some bullshit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. But that's just what it is.
So what's the worst thing you've seen? I'll give you my worst thing. Right. I was working with a realtor. We were doing a loan, and there's a lot to it that I won't mention because it was a little
wacky,
little gray.
Okay.
Let's say gray.
Okay.
Right.
We've seen a lot of gray.
And then he's calling me like 4 or 5 times a day. And I say, yo, bro, how can I possibly work
if you keep calling me?
There you go. So you know why I finished that.
Fuck.
So he's like, oh, I'll take the deal. I say, bro, take it. Like,
do whatever you got to do at this point.
Bro, take it. That's what that I wasn't on some rah-rah style. Like, yo, just take it, man. You the man. That's your client. You refer. I get it. Go do your
Fair
thing.
of laws. Go do what you got to do, bro.
And the big thing was that like he came back to me like 5 years later. I was like, yo, I don't do. You know, everybody knows I lend and I do real estate. I said, I don't do that anymore.
Right. You know who I can talk to? No, I don't.
I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't do that anymore. He's like, well, I gotta go. And that was my 2 minutes of pettiness, right? You know what I'm saying?
We got to keep the petty. I'm very petty too. Call me Petty Murphy. I don't care. Petty LaBelle, whatever you want to call me. It's just not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Well, we never got back to your son. Your son gets his license.
Yes.
Never tells you.
No.
And then what's
once he
the
passed,
pitch? What's the pitch?
Well, once he passed the test, I don't even really think he gave me a pitch. You got kids, you know how it is. Yeah.
I had a call this morning from my son on my way up here. He goes, yo, you got a black suit? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I got a black suit. I was like, they ain't gonna fit you.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to an event tonight. I was like, oh.
Tonight, right?
Yeah,
right.
I was like, yo, pull a blazer, get some black bottoms, get
them
tie.
together. That's it.
Do that. That's your suit.
Right.
I was like, because I'm a 36, he's a 33, so like I'm like,
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. You look crazy.
Right. Put the patent leather Air Force, the black patent leather Air Force Ones on.
But that's our kids.
Games out. Yeah.
That's our kids.
That's our kids. Yeah. So I didn't even think he pitched me. I think he just
he just showed up at the office.
He showed up at the office. Right. That was good. What?
What are you doing here?
What are you
Where's
doing?
my desk?
Right. What are you talking about? Yeah, but once he passed, I was trying to figure out at that point, do you really want to do this? Even though you got your license.
Right.
Do you still really want to do this? Because a lot of people don't understand
just
what it
because you're
entails.
licensed doesn't mean you're a practitioner.
It don't mean shit, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
I like this conversation because we hear about this all the time. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, bro, it's like saying I'm a great driver. I believe I am, but just because I have a license doesn't mean I'm a great driver. Right. Same thing with realtor, lender. It doesn't matter.
Mario Andretti could say that. I can't. Lewis Hamilton. What was that guy's name? I can't say that.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay on the road, but compared to those guys.
Exactly. Yeah. And your range, you can't drive too fast. You won't mess up the thing. You won't mess up the thing.
Yeah.
So all right. So he's like, Dad, what we doing? And then what was your response? Like, did you have a real talk with, like, I've had a talk. I have a 22-year-old. He's in finishing his last year of school. And he's showed interest. And he's like, oh, why I got to go to school? I was like, because I don't have time to go that far back.
Right.
You got to know some concepts, bro. Like,
that's true.
I can't start from like, this is, you know, like, it's not, this is real estate. No, we're not doing that. I don't have that type of, I'm not set up that way.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of patience either.
Yeah. So like.
I'm a very impatient person.
So then, again, going back to like, he was like, your dad, how do I fit in? Was that conversation had?
Yeah, we had the conversation because what happened before, hopefully my daughter doesn't want to kill me. I had my daughter working with me for a short period of time.
She's younger or older?
She's older.
Okay.
So my daughter's 28.
Okay.
She's the nurse.
Okay.
I had her prospecting for me back then, making phone calls for me. And, you know, I would say to her, I need you in the office these hours.
Right.
Let's say 9 to 12.
Okay.
You text me at 11:30 saying I'm heading to the office. I said 9 to 12.
11:30. Oh,
yeah.
come on.
11:30.
Yeah.
I said 9 to 12.
Yeah. You coming to end your shift?
Yeah, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And your daddy's little girl, so you know you're going to be able to get away with murder.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. So with my son, it was just having a conversation with him to make sure, listen, if this is really what you want to do, then we can do it. If not, if you just want bullshit, then you can go any other company.
Because he seems well thought out.
He's very well thought out. His demeanor, he's very cool, very laid back.
Yeah,
you know how most of these kids are.
How old your kids are?
Yeah. So in the beginning, it was a lot of me pouring into him. Right. So you know, when people are asking me about mentorships and you know, help me and help you know, I'm like, what I do is not very formal in a sense. If you're looking for PowerPoint presentations and all that, that's not what I do.
Right.
I can do it, but that's not what I do. Right. For me, my training style is more like Denzel in Training Day. Let's get in the car. Let's get in the car. Let's roll. That's it. Let's get in the office and let's go make it happen. So he started running around with me, and I think he saw me doing business. I was flipping houses at that time and also working with the clients. So I'm doing, you know, 3 to 5 flips a year.
Oh, nice.
And still doing 25, 30 deals a year.
Wow.
So insane.
You're busy.
Yeah, busy, bro. So he saw a lot of that, and I think also him knowing the lifestyle that we had, you know, him, all the trips that he went on.
It's attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that part of it drew him in. And
this is the part where they got to see the work that goes.
You got to see the work. If you don't see the work, you'll never appreciate it.
Yeah. You appreciate it on a new level.
That's true.
Right? Be like,
100%.
yo, this is what we got to do this?
Yeah.
Shit. I was doing this, and I wasn't doing this.
It's true.
My dad was doing this. Yeah.
So, you know, I tell people all the time, too, that whatever I ask you to do, I still do. So if I'm telling you that, you know, to be successful, you actually have to get out there and knock on doors. Yeah. I still knock on doors.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I'm too good to knock on doors. I'll still do that up till this day. I was doing it the other day. So when you tell people that, it's like, they'll hear you, and it's like, all right, so lace up your boots and let's get to it. Now you're starting to fidget or you don't want to do it. It's like, you either want to do this or you don't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, always understand, whatever you do or don't do doesn't make a difference to me. What you eat don't make me shit.
You know, you've said
and
that.
I don't mean to be that way.
No.
But
you've said it about 4 times today, and I really kind of understanding it. But to a sensitive younger person,
right?
They might take offense to that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They're like, oh man, he doesn't like me. It's not about. It's
not about
nothing
that.
to do with you.
This has nothing to do with you. I've been on my own since I was 18. I'm 52 years old.
Right.
Again, I'm wired a little bit differently. I left home early. So the way I look at things is it's going to be a lot different from how you look at it and how you view it. So just understand, you know, where I come from when it comes to that. And if you can get that, cool. Let's get to it.
All right. So how's your son received it so far? How long has he been working with you?
4 years.
Okay.
He's okay now. he had to,
4 years later.
Yeah. We had to go through
years?
it. It was tough. It was tough because in the beginning, I think for him it was, I'm trying to figure this out and also get from underneath this guy's shadow.
Yeah.
Because we have the same name, so everybody's expecting certain things of you. And again, you're young, and I'm not saying this because you're my son, but you are smart, and you're gonna figure things out a lot quicker than I am. And I just need you to listen to some of the things that I'm telling you. If you listen, it makes things easier for you. If you don't listen, You want to run into that wall? Cool. I already know what's on the other side of it. So if I'm telling you whatever I'm telling you, it's because I've been through it and I don't want to see that happen for you.
Yeah.
So
I made those mistakes. Make
made
new
those
ones.
mistakes,
Make
100%.
new ones.
Right.
Don't make these.
Don't make the same mistakes I've made.
I've done these already.
Yeah. So for him in the beginning, I think it was a lot of. I don't think I hear what you're saying, Pops, but if I do it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna work out a little bit differently.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Do it.
So go do that.
Yeah.
But you've done that a couple of times, and you see how that ended up. Okay. So you don't want to tell me I told you so? Cool.
Right.
But you've been through it, and you see. So now you're trying to carve out your own niche and try to figure out how you fit into this, and what will be your strong points and what won't be your strong points.
What are your strengths and weaknesses? And,
Your strengths and
work
weaknesses.
on your weaknesses
Yeah.
and lean into your strengths.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we can't be good at everything. So what you're
Absolutely.
not good at, like you said, work at it to try to get better.
Yeah.
But when you figure out what you're good at, tap into that, but then try to improve on it.
Yeah, what I was telling my son one time, just to give you a parallelism, I was like, look, man, like if you ever want to work with me, then it's not me waking you up.
Right.
I said, if anything,
You're waking me up.
No, the night before you should be like, yo, what we need to
What
do?
we doing tomorrow?
What we need to do? What can I do now?
Right.
So that, Dad, when you're waking up, I'm right with you.
Yeah.
And that is a value add. I was explaining that. I was
That's
trying to
a great
explain.
value add.
I was trying to explain what value add is,
right.
and just running and me dragging your ass everywhere. I was like,
Right.
no, it's not that because
It's not, yeah.
it might work for like 10 days and I'm gonna blow up. I
Right.
was like, and that's not fair because like I have like the gift and the curse of being successful is that you're always busy.
Right.
But you always have to kind of maintain emotional stabilization.
That's a fact.
That's a big thing, right?
And that's tough, especially in
Yeah.
a business. And it's tough
Especially in our
the
business.
business, but then also with family, it's
Right,
tougher.
Right, because, and I was explaining this to my son. Shout out to Isaiah, I love you.
Shout out to Isaiah.
I was like, yo,
That's your twin?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, yo, there's dad and there's CEO dad, and
Right.
CEO dad is just a different version, and these are the things that he values.
Right.
Dad values you for anything.
Something different,
Yeah, I love your pictures, but CEO
Regardless,
dad,
no matter what.
CEO dad's like, yo, this is what we got to do. This is the goal.
Right.
How you gonna help me with the goal?
Right.
And if you help me with the goal, you're gonna get
Cool.
compensated. It's not
Right.
free.
Right.
I'm not saying yo, it's great.
But we don't do that anyway with our kids.
But
And they know that.
Yeah,
and kids always have to understand that as parents, as fathers, there's no one that's going to want more for them or want them to shine and propel more than the two of us.
The line is nobody in this world wants you to do better than your father.
Thank you.
There you go.
I was trying to figure out
Yeah,
a way to say
absolutely.
it.
No, absolutely. There's no other man on this world wants you to do better than your father.
Yeah.
And that's
Take
the
it and run with it.
Truest statement I've ever heard,
Yeah.
and it really stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and like sometimes because they resist, they're like, oh, but Dad, I'm like, no. This is my experience with that. Going back to you, like I've had mistakes.
Right.
I was like, I don't think you should, but what I've learned is I lean back and I'm like, if you think it's a good idea, go ahead. All of a sudden, it fucks everything up. They're like, what? Well, you
mind fucking, right?
Yeah. You're like, yo, you think it's a good idea? I was like, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
I said, yo, you do your thing.
Right.
Let me know how it works out.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, I've started getting once I stopped trying to be like, yo, don't do this. I'm like, yo, if you think that's a good idea, go ahead.
I always, you know what it is for me as a dad? Because again, we didn't have manuals. I had my daughter when I was 23.
Did you have a dad in your life?
Yeah, my dad was around. But my dad it was 5 of us.
Oh shit. So
Five of us.
he had limited time.
He had limited time. 5 of us, three different women.
Poppy was out there.
He was out there.
Poppy, you
Rolling
out there.
Stone. Yeah. Shout out to you, Dad, at 85 years old.
You still probably plugging away, Papa.
Yeah, right. Still plugging away right now. So for me, when I had kids, I always said to myself that I'm always going to make sure that I'm around from day one.
Yeah.
And I've been around from day one. I'll give you pros and cons with whatever you tell me that you want to do. Whatever decision that you make, it's your decision. I'm not here to sway either way. I'm just giving you my opinion, my take on it. Because I know how this story plays out every single time. I've been here before. So we give it to them and then we step back.
You got to tell them what I tell them. I'm double your life.
But they still don't get it, bro. No. You don't know shit. All right, cool. I don't know. All right, cool. And I say to him, I'm like, the things that you're doing now, the people that you're around, every single one of your friends wants to do. They want to emulate what you're doing. You're driving an M340. Like this is your second BMW. You're 23 years old. I bought you a car when you were 18. They wish they could have the life that you have. And you got to understand that there's some of your friends that will be happy for you. Most of them are not happy for you. They're not happy for your success.
They're
That's
frenemies.
the reality.
Frenemies.
Yeah, that's
frenemies.
the reality. But you got to see that for yourself. I'm not here to sway you neither way.
Yeah.
I just tell you what it is because I see it. And he starts to see certain things. He'll be 24 in like 3 weeks.
Young, bro.
He's young, bro.
Yeah,
He's young.
young.
but he's figuring it out.
Yeah.
And again, we just step back, bro. We give him our take on it, and I step back.
Yeah.
I can't sit there and, again, this is why you and I have no hair as parents. We step back. We just give them the jewels.
Yeah.
And it's up to you now to either take it and run with it, or you feel like that's not going to be you, cool.
Yeah.
Let me know how it works out for you.
Yeah. I'm here.
I'm
Like,
here either way.
I tell wifey all the time, look, the world's waiting for them.
Right.
And I can't walk them 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
They're going to have their girlfriend. They're going to get married. They're going to have kids. Like, they're going to become men.
That's a fact.
I was like, so he's going to have to take some bumps. If he comes to me for help, I will help.
I will help.
Or usually what happens, they fuck something up, then they come and I
Every
gotta
single
help
time.
them. Yeah. So I got to be there either
You're the
way.
cleanup hitter.
But the thing is, I can't like, if you live in a world of anxiety and anticipation,
Right.
you drive yourself crazy.
You
Like,
drive
you
yourself
can't
crazy.
do nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do nothing else,
Yeah.
you know? And like, look, us growing up in the 80s and 90s, crime, drugs, AIDS, all those crazy things. You know, like now we got different things, social media, you know, little, like to me, it's not real problems, but they are.
They're problems.
And
It's just we look at it a little bit, like you said, because of how we were
I
programmed.
have to give it respect. And
Right.
that's the thing that I think has changed with our relationship where I'm like, I understand. Like, do you think that? And he's been really eloquent. But like, yo, Dad, look, every time you say this, you kind of, and I'm like, let me think about that. Let me sit on it because we don't want to become like the versions of men. Well, my pops died when I was young, but the version of men that I was around that kind of modeled after. I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yeah.
be progressive, right? So that takes fucking thought and patience, bro. Thought and patience.
But you know what's so funny? Like,
Yeah.
his friends will look at you as the cool dad.
Bro.
His friends will look at me as the cool dad. He's like, that's just Pops. They're like, no, your Pops is,
Yeah.
he's always around. He's into what's going on. And you'd still look at him as, I'm like, I just leave it alone, bro.
Yeah, my son's friends reach out to me for advice.
There you go.
My son, I could talk to him all day. He took me out.
Right? In one ear and out the other. Every single
I
time.
told him, yo, bro, it's because I'm too accessible.
Yeah.
It's because I'm always here. I was
There you
like,
go.
you'll see somebody else that you don't know say the same thing.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm cool with that. I was like, man, as long as you learn, I'm good with it. But I learned
That
that.
used to frustrate the shit out of me, bro.
Well,
it's like, yo, I said this 10 minutes ago.
I learned that early coaching my middle son in baseball. Like I would teach him and I would try to teach him. And he'd be like, nah. So what I started doing, telling the other coach, yo, tell him to do this.
Right.
And he would do it. And he'd be like, oh, Martell told me to do this. And I'm like, yo, great. Whatever gets it done, bro.
Right.
Whatever gets it
Forget
done.
that I just told you, but no problem.
No. I wouldn't tell. I would tell him, yo, tell him this,
Right.
please, because he's not going to hear it from me.
That's a different approach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they tune us out, bro. After
Yeah.
a certain amount of time. I tell my son the same thing, not to be so accessible to people all the time.
It's
don't
hard because he's young, right? And
Yeah.
so we have experience.
Yes.
And we have our scars.
Right.
Right? Good relationships, bad relationships, whatever.
You got him.
He's gonna have he'll hear you, but he's gonna have to go through some shit on his own.
Sure.
Hopefully he's not crazy.
Right.
But for then he'll be like, oh, that's what Dad was talking about. Like I know I sound old when I say I was like, yo, one day I might not be here no more. You can be like, yo, damn, made sense, bro. Like he was kicking real game.
He was kicking real game.
Yeah, but it just takes time, man. And you gotta and that's the part, right? Like, cause we're like dominant, like macho male fathers. Yo, man, this is what I want you to do.
Right.
And then when they resist, you're like, all right, man, whatever, man.
Whatever.
It's like 180. Like you just kind of
true.
go away.
It's true.
But sometimes they come to you. Sometimes they come to you for advice, and that's like the crazy like moment, and you feel like you've succeeded, right?
That's true. Yeah. No, that's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
yeah. And the fact that you're a cool father just says that because I mean I don't know about his side, but a lot of my son's boys don't have dads, so they gravitate to that. They're like, yo, let me talk to your pop. They're like, why are you calling you? Why?
It's true.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys that we'll meet, they'll say to him, yo, you standing right next to your pops. I didn't know my father. Your father's with you all the time.
That's real talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he sees it, and I'll, certain times I'll feel like he gets it, and sometimes I feel like he doesn't. But again, like you said, because of how we were raised, that's why we, operate how we operate.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, all right. So now that Real took over Keller,
Yes.
what does that mean to you?
No, Real took over Remax.
Remax, I'm sorry. What does that mean to you in terms?
It doesn't mean anything to me.
What do
Because
you see-
I'm not with that company. I mean, companies merging now, it's just, all the ones that are merging, it's more market share for them.
Well, this is the way I see it, right? I see that if you really open the hood, 'cause the fucking numbers aren't even fucking. Maybe I'm living this game too long, but some numbers aren't even fucking too like impressive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they say men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Don't lie, right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you really look at it, and Ryan Serhant broke it down, I'm not stealing his idea, but it's really true. The real estate brokerages really rotate on a thin model. right? A thin margin.
Right.
The real person that makes the real money is the agent if they're about it, right?
If they're about it.
If they're about it.
Yeah.
So I was at HCAR. Are you a member of HCAR? Mm-hmm. I was at an HCAR meeting because I'm trying to become a real estate broker. Like I am one, but I really want to really get
really get into it.
Like really actually do it, not just for my friends.
Yeah.
And the first thing out their mouths, ancillary business. They're like, being a real estate broker is really not what it's about now. We got to figure out ancillary business. In other markets, they can own title companies, banks, this, that. New York, we can't do that. Now, so I'm ahead of the game. I own the mortgage bank and I own the real estate company. So I'm ahead of that.
Right.
So I'm looking at them. I'm like, all right. So they're all trying to figure out. Some people trying to grow. Some people trying to go down. So I'm pitching and shout out to. I'm not even gonna say your name because you know who you are. I said, look, man, we want to try to get together on WhatsApp chat, and because these are all owners. It was a broker owner meeting.
Nice.
To help each other.
Right.
We should do that. So the guy who moderated it, I'm not gonna say his name. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. He ain't never did it.
Nothing.
So right. So it just goes to show because on one side, people who say they want to win. On the other side,
they don't want to put in the work.
They don't do shit. They don't do shit about it, right?
They don't put in the work.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that's over here in Westchester in the Bronx. Like, what are you seeing in Long Island?
As far as what?
In terms of like culture within industries, like you kind of have your own thing going on. Like you brand into real estate and sneakers, which is a smart marketing thing.
Thank you.
And it creates your own kind of like
my own thing.
Your economy, right? Your own kind of ecosphere.
Right.
What do you see other guys doing out there? Do you see? I've seen a few of them. I'm not judging them. I'm just everything that I say is based on merit. So it's not hate. It's just like not impressed.
This is what you see. Yeah. You see what you right. You call it how you see it.
Yeah. A lot of guys come at me. Oh, Omar, you're doing a lot of like inspirational stuff. I say, yo, I'm just trying to give value.
Right.
Right. And I call, and believe it or not, the win for me is meeting cool people on podcasts. That's what it is.
No.
And then organically, if it's a good,
it'll turn into what synergy. It'll turn into
something.
Right.
Right. That's the way I see it.
I look at it the same way, especially now in this stage of the game for me. You know, going into year 24, it's just trying to build with cool people, bro.
Right.
And
great way of saying it.
Yeah, trying to build with cool people, good people. I don't need to be around a whole bunch of people. I don't need to be in a room full of 50 people when I know only one or two has the same moral compass that I do. Well, if you're full of shit, I'm cool.
Let me ask you a question, like, because a lot of people. So this is not indirect to anybody, but I just want to say this: like, a lot of guys who are real estate broker agents or lenders or whatever, they seem to be pivoting more into the marketing game of networking events, and networking events are cool.
Cool. Yeah.
If your business, and I'm saying this for the agents, if your business is good,
right,
you can step out.
Right.
If you have no business, you have no business.
You have no
out
business
there.
doing a marketing event, networking event. Yeah. Respectfully.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the younger crowd got it mixed up. They're like, I'm everywhere.
I'm thinking this is what it's at. This is really not what it. Stay focused on what you need to be doing. Keep prospecting.
Yeah.
Do that. Get that part of it.
Build your value.
Build your value.
Yeah.
Then you can step out and start to do a bunch of other things.
Right.
You know, network. We all need to network, but you got to network with intention.
I see guys trying to start networking events, whatever, because they're not making money.
Yeah.
Real estate agents or lenders or loan officers, they're trying to pivot into another venue or another revenue stream. And I'm like, yo, so I say that to say, like, a lot of people, certain people, they try to make me feel guilty for not pulling up to every event. I was like, yo, I got
shit to do. Respectfully,
I got construction going on in my building. I got this. I got some big numbers I got to hit.
Right.
So it's not happening.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna
Respectfully.
Happen.
Yeah. And this is what people need to understand. Don't take everything personally. It's not. This is not about you.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I got shit going on. If I can pop up, I'll pop up.
Yo,
I'll still show. I can still show.
Yeah,
show support.
Yeah.
But if I can't be there, I can't be there. Because again, like you said, you got a family, you got things going on. I got 2 kids, I got a dog, I got life.
Got shit you got to take care of.
Yeah, I got family, I got come on. I got people depending on me. And again, it's not nothing against you or no knock against what you got going on. I'll support if I can support. But
what have you seen in the last, I would say, 5 years? Do you have agents that work under you or no?
One.
One? Okay.
Yeah.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Okay. What do you see?
I had a couple, but they just
we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
I don't know that for a fact, but let me frame out the question. What do you see as the issue with the younger generation trying to come into the industry? I'll give you my perspective. You first, and I'll give you mine.
My perspective is a lot of them rely too much on social media, and they believe they have that preconceived notion that what they see on social media is really how it works. But a lot of people don't understand that you can't skip the hustle. So you can look on social media, or you can look on HGTV, and you see an agent show somebody 3 homes.
And they close.
And they close on one, and then they get in the back of the car, they got the driver and all this other bullshit. But it's like, you have no idea the amount of time, the amount of man hours that you have to really put into trying to help somebody.
The amount of effort.
The amount of effort, the amount of time that you have to put in to prospecting.
Yeah.
The prospecting is really where it's at. You know, with social media now, it can help elevate it or push it more to the forefront.
Yeah, it's an and, not an or.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do one or the other.
One
you
or the
gotta
other.
do both.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. And another thing that I find with a lot of the younger guys is trying to be a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Expand.
Okay, so you're trying to be a real estate agent. Let's say, no disrespect, you're working at a bar.
No, respectfully.
Respectfully, yeah, let me say that.
That's
Respectfully.
the new shit.
Yeah. You're working a job. You're a real estate agent. You're working, let's say, at a bar as a bottle guy or bottle girl. You're trying to do something else. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do that. We can all do a bunch of hustles, but get 1 or 2 things running the way it needs to run on autopilot. Then you can add something else to it.
Right. Make the main thing. I say this: make the main thing the main thing.
That's a fact.
And everything's ancillary around that.
That's
thing.
a fact.
Around that. Thing.
That's what I find a lot of younger people struggling with. I think, again, because of a lot of the peer pressure of what they're seeing online.
Social media.
So you're feeling like you need to do this and that and do that, but financially, you need to act your wage.
Yeah.
Like, that's not in your bracket. So again, take steps to build yourself up to that point and stop trying to do everything. And you're trying to do everything and be everywhere, but financially, you're not in that position to do that.
Yeah,
and they
man.
end up burning out, and they end up, getting
jaded.
Yeah, every single time, bro.
I think my experience with guys has been different. Like, I've recruited loan officers. I'll say that some guys are in a rush.
I'll add something else when you finish.
No, go ahead.
So new agents, they'll come into the business with expectations, like you want to be fed. Okay, but you haven't done a deal a day in your life. Why do you expect me to give you this, that, and that, and the third?
You gotta earn it, bro.
You gotta earn it. Every single time, you gotta earn it. There's nothing that's handed to you. There's no free work here.
Yeah.
As long as you understand that, then we're cool. When you don't, and you come into me with a list of demands, you could take that shit elsewhere.
They come in with demands.
A lot of them come in with demands.
Wow.
Because think about it again. 2002, when I came into business, bro, the splits they were given to agents, it was 60-40. 60 to the broker, 40 to you as the agent, the one that was actually doing the work.
Yeah.
This is what we came from. So you coming in thinking you're gonna get an 80-20 split, you're gonna get a marketing budget, who are you? You haven't done a single. You got your license 2 days ago. What are we talking about right now? I find a lot of that. So it's again the preconceived notion of expectations that you're coming into the business with. But you have to humble yourself and come in properly.
Yeah.
You haven't earned anything. You got to earn your keep.
I think they're all sizzle, no steak.
Every single time.
All sizzle, no. So
I find a lot of that.
what I say is, I've had a few guys work with me. I've had different experiences, right? One of them, good kid, good worker, wasn't good on educating himself to learn, like, the bigger game. So he was working really hard on very small deals.
Right.
So I said, all right, man, let me cut you into some of my deals. I'm going to give you, at first I was too generous, a 50-50.
But this is what we do, bro.
Right. That's my fault. And that's my fault.
I've done the same thing.
50-50, and then I'm looking at like, all he did was process the file because I sold the rate. I was at the closing.
You did everything.
Yeah. I just set him up to put the file together.
Yeah.
Right. So then we have this really big deal. I said, yo, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's a big deal. It's like 1.4 million. It's decent. So I was being super
generous.
Right. I said, I need you to do this. Look at the appraisal. Make sure these rents are what they're supposed to be. He absolutely doesn't do it. Whatever. Underwriter kicks it back. I'm fixing it. I explained it. Luckily, we got it through.
Right.
So I cut his fee. You getting 20. Oh, that's fucked up. I was like, if it was
you get 20% of free money. I checked.
No, I said, if it wasn't for me, there'd be zero. Donuts, brother. So anyway, after that, we kind of he was jaded. So I said, man, do your own thing.
You catching feelings.
He did his own thing, and he's out of the business.
Right.
Another kid felt he was too cool to cold call. He was too cool.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was too cool to this. He would go networking events, and eventually even networking events are too much. He just
Too much. Oh, okay.
He just wanted to have an office to hang out, I guess,
Right.
and
Phone the ring and the $1 million deal to come to him.
yeah, and do whatever he wants
Right.
to do. So eventually, I had to be smart. I was like, yo, man, listen, man, maybe this ain't working out.
It's not working out.
Yeah, I was like, no offense, like, you know, maybe.
Right.
And he had feelings about it, but it was all right. It wasn't acrimony. Like on my side, I was just being real because I was like, if I let this kid keep rocking, he's gonna end up like not doing anything, and it financially is hurting me. But
And the sense of entitlement, bro.
and then he goes to somewhere else, and he's like, why
Thinking that it's the same thing, and that's not how it is. They don't understand.
You know
I was doing you a bunch of favors.
You
like,
know who told me to really look at myself? My processing team.
Really?
The girls. They were like, yo, oh. They called a meeting with me. They're like, yo, you know this isn't this. This is all you. She was like, he messes this up. I gotta fix this. She was like, you gotta look at that. You being too nice.
Too nice.
And I had to hear from somebody else
Yeah.
to finally take a look at it through clear eyes, right? And yeah, that's kind of.
But you know what the issue is with that, bro, is that we take on other people's problems.
Yeah.
I've done it a bunch of times. I've had, again,
As my therapist told me, I'm gonna give it to you. Boundaries. You gotta create
set
boundaries.
boundaries, yeah.
You gotta create boundaries. Yo, man, that's not me. That's not. I can feel for you after 5 o'clock. Right now, this is what we got to do.
this is what we got to do.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because I find myself doing the same thing. Anybody that's worked with me, I'll whatever we agree on, I'll always overcompensate.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah. Because we know what it is to not have.
To not have.
Right.
We both come from that.
Yes, sir.
But then don't weakness for kindness. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You've done it a bunch of times, and
No,
I'm doing the work. If I got to do the work for you and do everything else, respectfully, what is the point of me? What purpose do you serve to me?
What you said is best. Is we enable entitlement.
Enable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We enable entitlement, and usually people that are successful are the worst enablers because we always like, oh no, we good. Then one day
You're making excuses, bro.
Yeah,
we're
one day-
making excuses for
one
that,
day
for
we're
that
like,
person.
yo, you got to handle that, and they're not prepared.
Right.
They're not prepared, and then it's really on us.
Yeah.
So that's where I had to make the decision. I was like, yo, man, if I keep feeding this kid's ego,
And enabling, yeah.
it's gonna fuck him up later because
true.
he's gonna go somewhere else. And
Expect the same thing, which is not.
right. So he went
This
back.
what Omar did for you?
Yeah.
You better go back to him. Nah, me and him ain't good right now. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I expected more free shit.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Yeah.
It's
All
tough,
right,
bro.
let's pivot into sneakers and real estate.
Yes, sir.
What started it? What's the concept? I mean, I love sneakers too. We're gonna do a
Thank you,
little heat on the feet,
Yes.
or heat on the street because we have it.
Yes.
What has been the most interesting thing you've learned from a podcast guest?
Most interesting thing. Some of them, I would say, their love for sneakers too.
Okay.
How detailed they are when it comes to certain sneakers.
And their stories with the sneakers?
And their stories.
Yeah.
Like I can go back to your story, which you telling me about the
first pair,
the
AJs.
first pair.
Yeah.
The AJ2s.
I had a client call me from DR on WhatsApp. I'm negotiating $9 million sell for him.
Nice.
He goes, yo, I saw your story about your Air Jordans. Fuck with it. Yeah,
Fuck with it?
yeah. He's
I
like,
love it.
yo,
I love it.
it's the
I love
craziest
it.
shit. It's
I
the
love it.
craziest shit, man.
love it.
It's the craziest shit. I'm
Love
like,
it.
that's what you get after all this shit I
Forget
published,
about everything else, right.
Everything else I talk about. That's what he fucked with. And I had to bring that up to you because I was
love
like,
it.
you'll never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You
You never know. But it's, for me, growing up again, because I said it was 5 of us, everything that I wanted, especially when it came to sneakers, my dad wasn't, I didn't.
There's no budget for that.
Yeah, there was no silver spoon. Yeah. And again, I had commented on something that you posted the other day. So when we were going sneaker shopping, I used to go to Alexander's. So anybody that's familiar with Brooklyn, Alexander's, Kings
Fordham
Plaza.
Road? Oh, Kings Plaza.
Yeah, Kings Plaza.
Yeah, okay.
So we didn't, when you bought sneakers, there was no box.
No.
They clipped the sneakers together.
They
You
had
had
them
to-
on those things.
Yeah, they clipped it together. You had to try the sneakers on and hop around the store like a kangaroo. So I come from that.
Yeah.
So, that was a little bit of a motivation for me when it came to the sneakers, that I need to get out there early and start working so that I can get some of the things that I wanted for myself.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
why I started working when I was 12 or 13. I was a paper boy when we lived in
because
Coney Island.
you feel guilty. You feel guilty asking because your pops or your moms are struggling to
Yeah.
do what she could do.
Yeah.
And you feel like, anyway, that was my thing. I was like, nah, I can't. She's struggling to put food on the table. I can't ask for that. So
I
I
was
gotta go
asking
job.
anyway, but I knew I wasn't going to get it.
I wasn't asking.
So you get to a point where it's like, let me stop
I know
asking.
how to-
'Cause
I know how the
I
story
wasn't
ends.
getting it anyway. Yeah, I know how the story ends. So before I get backhanded, let me back up and not even ask, because Yeah.
All right, fam, before the batteries burn out, because I got the signal,
Yes.
please look into the camera, tell people where to reach you if they want to talk about sneakers or real estate, need to buy anything, sell anything. You're also a wholesaler. You're flipping houses too,
Yes.
right? So he might have off-market
Off
listings.
market, yeah.
So
best way to reach me, social.
do it.
Oh, this one.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You looking at the screen.
I was looking at the screen. Femi the Agent on all socials. Phone number 516-218-1605. Hit me up. Let's talk. Let's talk about sneakers. Let's talk about some real estate. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, hit me up. Let's go.
I love it. Ask Louis Omar on all platforms. You know what it is. Thank you for another one, and we out.